Rachel and welcome to my channel and welcome to episode 2 of Inexpensive Wine and Cheese Pairings at Home, where I research, learn about, and review with you some inexpensive and recommended wine and cheese pairings. And collectively, I find wines and cheeses that cost under $20 because wine and cheese is my absolute favorite snack and we want to do this on a budget. Hope you enjoy. Today I have a Riesling to taste and try. My dad requested a Riesling, so thanks Dad for the request. Since I know next to nothing about Rieslings, I did a little bit of research so that we can understand this particular wine a little bit better before we go into trying it. Riesling is the name of a grape, a white grape, and it is also the name of the wine produced by that grape. It is native to Germany, but it's also known for being found and grown in New Zealand, Australia, Austria, France, as well as the United States. It's a very versatile wine. Depending on where it's grown, it can be very dry or very sweet. It can be full-bodied or very light, and it's also a wine that can come as a sparkling wine as well. This here is a Chateau Ste. Michelle Columbia Valley 2019 Riesling. And Columbia Valley is the greatest AVA of Washington State. AVA stands for American Viticultural Area, and what that means, it's a designated and limited grape growing region that has very distinguishable and specific geographic and climate characteristics to it that are different from surrounding regions, and that affects how the grapes are grown there. This region is where 99% of the grapes are grown in Washington State. So I purchased this wine at my local grocery store at Reyes for $9.99, and I saw at Target you can get it for the same exact price, $9.99. And if you wanted, you could also order it directly from the Chateau Ste. Michelle website for $9. But it might be a little bit cheaper to just grab it from your grocery store because I'm not sure how much shipping and handling will cost on top of that $9. According to the experts at the Chateau Ste. Michelle winery, they say that you should pair this wine with light pasta dishes, light rice dishes, grilled fish, and a wide array of cheeses. They all pair well with this wine, and they specifically use those words, a wide array of cheeses. So it really sounds like you can't go wrong with pairing foods with this wine. But I really wanted a more focused, narrow idea of what cheeses I should pair with this wine here today, so I did a little bit more research, and I found that a semi-dry Riesling pairs well with semi-hard, medium-aged cheeses such as Havarti, Jarlsberg, young cheddar, and Monterey Jack. And more generally speaking, a rule of thumb that you can go by is salty pairs well with sweet, and since this is a semi-sweet Riesling, it also pairs well with some salty cheeses such as blue cheese, Gouda, and feta, and even more so for a sweeter wine. For today, I decided to try 3 cheeses with this Riesling, and I picked up Murray's cheeses from Reyes as I did last time and picked out smaller cuts so that I could save a little bit of money. First, I got this Point Reyes Bay Blue cheese. I got this for $2.59 for about a quarter of a pound. And then I also picked up this cut of Jarlsberg, and this here I got 0.36 pounds and paid $4.68 for it. And lastly, I got a quarter pound of Monterey Jack that I purchased for $2.25. That totals the wine and cheese costs collectively at $19.51. Okay, so now let's do some tasting, and first we'll start with the wine. As you can see, this is a very light wine. When I first poured it, there were a few bubbles in it. I see that kind of went away. It smells very fresh, like crisp and fruity and light, like a nice crisp summery white wine. As to be expected, it does have some fruity taste to it. I would say kind of like a crisp pear type taste. It's very light, doesn't taste too strong, and overall I think it's very enjoyable. I'm excited to try it with the cheeses, but I think first what I'll do is I'll taste each of the cheeses on their own to get an idea of what tastes they bring to the table, and then I'll try them in combination with the wine here. So with blue cheese, I feel like you either love it or you hate it. I'm the kind of person that enjoys blue cheese, but in moderation, in small portions. If you overdo it, I feel like it kind of makes me sick. But I am open to try this with the white wine. The blue that you see in the cheese is a blue mold that cultivates in the cheese. It makes it a very flavorful, a very salty cheese, very rich. I'm gonna try this out here. It's very crumbly and soft. That is good. A very strong flavor. That is very good. That is a really good blue cheese. Very soft and creamy. It kind of felt like it melted in my mouth. I'm not disappointed. I'm not disappointed by that. Then we'll try the Monterey Jack. Monterey Jack is a very common cheese. It's an American cheese, a semi-soft cheese. This is a very soft and supple cheese, but semi-hard. That's very good. It's very mild. I've had Monterey Jack before, so I kind of know what to expect, but it's very tasty. I like that a lot. Jarlsberg, I've had this before as well. Jarlsberg is a very mild Norwegian cheese. It's a semi-hard cheese as well. This is a bit more firm. Actually, I was gonna say it's more firm than the Monterey Jack, but I only think it's ever so slightly more firm than the Monterey Jack. A big characteristic that the Jarlsberg is known for is the holes in the cheese. This cut, you can't really see it. You can kind of see it in some of the cuts that I have here. It's a whole wheat cheese, similar to Swiss cheese. That's good. It's very similar to Swiss too. It tastes a lot like Swiss. It's kind of mildly sweet, more of a nutty type taste to it. Nuttier than Swiss, I would say. That's yummy. I'm happy I picked all these cheeses to try today, because I like all of them. And I probably would have never thought to purchase a blue cheese to taste with wine. I only think of blue cheese dressing when I think of blue cheese. But let's try them with the wine, see how they complement each other. I'm excited to get started. So we'll start back here with the blue cheese, which I absolutely love. We'll take a chunk of this. You know what, we can have it with some bread too. Like so. Let's take a little bite. That's good. Yeah. Because blue cheese is a very salty cheese. This is a semi-dry Riesling, so it's not super sweet. I think that with a sweeter wine, I can see why it's more recommended to have a salty cheese with a sweet, because who doesn't like sweet and salty combinations? But that still is very delicious. That with the blue cheese, let's try it by itself with it. That's good. That's delicious. Okay. So now we'll go in the same order. We'll go with the Monterey Jack and try it with the Riesling. You can't go wrong. Like I said, this is a very mild cheese. I think it tastes a little bit more mild than the Jarlsberg. And the Jarlsberg is also a very mild cheese. So we'll try it with that. This is the Jarlsberg. It's good. Very good. If I were to rank these cheeses on their own as well as in combination with this wine, I think my ranking would be the same. Number one, I would say, is the blue cheese. But I know not everybody will agree with me on this, but I am pleasantly surprised at how much I enjoy this blue cheese. So I definitely would purchase this again, and it does taste really good with the Riesling. Second place I would give to the Jarlsberg. Very delicious, mild but nutty and tasty. The Monterey Jack, I'd give third place, but not because I dislike it. It's very mild. I think I'm just more attracted to more flavorful, pungent cheeses, but it's still very delicious. If I were to rate them, I think I'd give the blue cheese a 5 out of 5. I would give the Jarlsberg maybe a 4.5 out of 5. Like I said, not because I dislike it, but it's delicious. It's very delicious. And then the Monterey Jack, I think I would also give a 4 or 4.5 out of 5. But overall, I would purchase all of these cheeses again. To rate the wine, it is a very easy to drink, delicious, crisp, refreshing wine. I feel like especially so as it gets warmer. For easiness to drink, I would give it a 5 out of 5 personally. With its ability to combine with other foods, I would also give it a 5 out of 5 there too. I can see how versatile it is. I had a salty, very flavorful cheese. It tasted delicious with it. More mild foods, it tasted delicious with it. And it's only $10. It tastes it's very high quality, and it's delicious, and would rate it a 5 out of 5 overall as well. So I definitely will be purchasing that again. I'm very happy at how well this all went together. Everything was delicious. So I hope you were inspired by this video. I hope that you were inspired to try this wine, and in combination with these cheeses. It was a very delicious snack, and I enjoyed it greatly. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Thank you for watching.